Fellas, morning. I was thinking, and I want to drop a couple lines to you guys. And before anybody says anything, yes, this is spelled incorrectly. This is one of the misprint T's. The regular ones have two L's. The red is brighter. That's bigger. Books, barbells, and booties. Keep it simple. That's me. Books, barbells, booties. All right. So, good morning. I was speaking with a friend this weekend, and we had an interesting conversation, and I wanted to share it with you all. And the friend I was speaking with brought up something that I've seen on the timeline quite a bit, and some of you have actually reached out and said to me yourselves, like, and asked me for my advice as to how to deal with it. And it has to do with misgendering and not using your correct name, particularly family and friends, people that, are like, oh, I'm sorry. Or, they mess up and say, oh, my bad, man, I'm still getting used to it. And a lot of you are like, after a while, it's like, okay, at first, you're like, all right, fine. After a while, you're like, okay, come the fuck on. And then you have people that do it on purpose, I've even seen that on the timeline where, there's this, because y'all share the same shit. Y'all share the same memes over and over again. I don't know if y'all know that. Like right now, the meme that's being shared is Boosie's daughter and something else. Y'all are sharing back to back. But one of the things, the memes that I saw being shared is someone that you're in a relationship that misgenders you on purpose is nasty work or something like that. So let me explain something to you all. First of all, you should never be in a relationship with someone that doesn't respect you for who you are. That would be like you looking at the woman that you're dating who has kids and saying, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore because I don't like women with kids anymore. Well, that's a part of who she is. She can't change that. And the minute you tell a woman that, she gets very upset. Same thing. Or, if a woman, if you are if you have a preference as to what type of woman you like, what type of person you like, if you don't like women, same thing. You have to love your partner for who they are. They have to love you for who you are. You're not going to feel affirmed. Your friend group, you have to move. Once you transition from lesbian to trans man, everything changes because everybody loves the lesbian. The lesbian's everybody's best friend. You're fun at parties, all that. The minute you transition, it's like everybody gets everything wrong. People almost mess up and call you he all the time before, and then the minute it's not a mistake. The thing is, they're not respecting you when you're not around. When you're not around, you're still being called by your birth name. Your birth name is still in their telephone program. The next time somebody does that to you, just ask them, what do you have me as in your phone? And or ask them, do you use my name when I'm not around? Because if they did, then they call you that on a regular basis. Kids pick up on it like day one. My kids were all very little. And I mean, it was never a problem, never an issue. My kids would correct other people like, what'd you say that for? That's Liam. So, I mean, really think about the fact that the people you're surrounding yourself with, they're feeding into your transition, whether it be feeding negatively or feeding positively. If you're hanging out with a bunch of people that don't understand you or still see you the way that you were pre-transition, which most people that that knew you they're going to see you that way until you go away from them and you come back. They're going to. I know it's happened to me, with all this. People are going to see you the way they want. The same as you leaving where you're from and going somewhere else and taking the trauma of where you're from and being misgendered, being called the wrong name, and going somewhere else and being afraid to navigate because you think everybody sees you that way, and that's not the case. That's why it's important for you to be around people that affirm you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Does that mean that you need to get on social media? And no, that's the problem, is everyone follows suit with everyone else. Growth doesn't happen in whining behind a screen to a bunch of people that, okay, they might be saying certain stuff under your comment, under your post. They might be liking it. You don't know what they're saying on the other side of the phone. You may just be entertainment for the day. Growth happens in deep diving in self, finding someone who's going to be honest with you. And that's what most people don't want in this community. Most of the people that whine the most want to stay in that comfortable spot around these people, and you're willing to take it on the chin. I wasn't. And I'm still not. I don't have those issues, but I put a stop to it to get to this point, to not have those issues with family and all. Grandma, everybody. My grandma did it to me in the grocery store. The last time she did it, the cashier looked at me. I said, she has dementia. And I was like, And the cashier believed me. And my grandma was pissed. But, hey, she didn't do it again. And I love her, but I love me too. I have to go home with me. I have to lay down with me. I have to navigate my life. Grandma doesn't. And it's easier to make excuses for people like, man, well, they've known me all my life. Yeah, but you've known you all your life. They haven't known you all your life. You have. It's up to you to learn you and reintroduce yourself to your family. The same thing happens as you become older, period, in life. If you stay where you're from and you won't grow, if you go away and you come home, you grow. You have to reintroduce yourself to your family. But you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to affirm you. Otherwise, you're going to stay depressed. You're not going to enjoy your transition. You simply you're taking shots and, existing. And that goes for people in the community too. Don't be around other trans guys that want to compare themselves. So that shit is so lame. Like, that's the lamest other. Contrary to popular belief, because I live in the world, cis men don't do that. The comparisons, you're too proud to say it out loud. The jealousy comes out in competition, but the competition is usually, it'll only go so far. It's not going to be detrimental. You know what I mean? And when it is, that's when you got that toxic, those are punks, those are pussies, those are toxic dudes, period. Yes, they do exist, but the grand majority of them, you can spot them. But when you're around men, I'm in the gym, I stick out. I'm strong. I've had guys come up to me and, hey man, how much you bitch? And my first thing is, well, I don't usually go on weight anymore. I did that when I was a young knucklehead. And then we'll just start talking about something else. We may end up working out together. Either way, I'll see people cutting eyes and looking in the gym. Don't always assume that they're looking for a bad reason. Of course there's a gender police, I've been there too. But I showed out then too, shit. You know why you're in there. Go in there and get your shit on. Find people that are going to really recognize who you are. If you hang out with a group of lesbians and you bro, she bro, y'all wearing each other clothes and shit, how is she gonna see you as, if she's known you the whole time, then is she ever really gonna see you as the man you are? And then that's gonna make you wonder if everybody else is gonna see you as the man you are. And that's not saying anything against lesbians. I don't care. I don't have anything against lesbians. I'm a man. When I was trying to do that thing, we didn't mesh. But a lot of guys stay in their same friend group. I didn't have lesbians as friends. Because I'm a dude. They were always like, you're such a guy. Yeah. But same thing goes for, being around the wrong cis guys. If you're around cis men that are constantly trying to remind you of femininity or remind you how you're not them. If you're not built for that kind of conversation, if you're not built for that kind of atmosphere, then don't be around those people. It's only going to make you defensive towards everyone that is masculine. So you may close off people that are actually good for you. It goes each way. If you're around guys that are super feminine and you're not feminine, then you're silencing yourself and you're building discontent for the people around you because you don't mix with them. There is nothing wrong with finding your people. Because when you find your people, you find you. A big part of you anyway. And you find the comfortability of knowing, okay, I'm not weird. There's nothing odd. I'm good. Remember that shit. And yes, this is spelled wrong. I said it earlier. This is one of the misprints. Y'all have a good day. Find your people. And be the man you are with your people. They'll love it.